And it was real like competitive with my brother too. You get in that kind of like man versus man environment. But I was always real competitive with him because he could always beat me at everything because he's 2 years older than me, so he's always like faster and stronger and better at sports and everything, right? So I came up with an idea though. I thought one way I could beat him was if I read a whole bunch of books he hadn't read, and then I would be smarter than him, right? That would be awesome. So I tried to read the encyclopedia, which is, does that mean anything to anybody, by the way? The encyclopedia? Is that like a meaningful term? It's like a 90s version of the internet, you know what I mean? It's a big list of facts, an encyclopedia. So I try to read, but it's so boring. Oh my God, it's just a list of facts. I could only read the A volume. So to like be smarter than my brother, I'd have to constantly try and just bring our conversation back around to something I had learned about that started with A. Just try to just shoehorn in references to like aerodynamics or apples or whatever I could. Just talking about Fuji's and Royal Gala or Crips Pink. Those are all kinds of apples. Look it up. So. But it's such a weird thing to like facts. Nobody cares about facts. Like I would talk to my brother and he'd be like, "Man, you're the definition of a nerd," and I'd be like, "Not according to Aristotle's theory of universals." And then he would push me down the stairs. So, but just facts. Nobody cares about facts, man. You can't impress girls with facts. You can't. I've never been at a party where girls are like, "You see that guy in the corner in the cardigan? He knows a lot about aardvarks." Yeah, I do. Yeah, don't feed them pine nuts, they're allergic, so. But it's just so weird, just facts nobody cares about. Yeah, here's a true fact for you, by the way. You don't really need the word true before fact. That's what fact means, it's superfluous, but so that was a little bonus fact inside of the larger fact I'm about to drop on you. Here's a true fact, take this home with you. If you brag about how often you win a Trivial Pursuit, you're gonna get punched in the face. That's a true fact, yeah, which I learned when I got punched in the face. I was in high school, and I was at this party, and these three guys were talking. I wasn't even with them, just leaning into their conversation. And this guy was like, "Oh man, I met this hottest Brazilian girl. She lives in Buenos Aires. I gotta go down there." And I was like, "Actually, fellas, Buenos Aires is in Argentina. It starts with A." So. And he was cool. He was like, "Oh, thanks, man. I almost bought the wrong plane ticket. You really helped me out there." And but I wanted to underscore the fact that I was so smart and everything, be all like smug and shit. So I was just like, "Yeah, that's why I got the high score in Sega Jeopardy, bitch." Boom, punch me in the face. I will tell you that if you've never been punched in the face before, I will tell you this: you learn things about yourself like immediately. It's like he punched a thought into my head. He hit me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not tough. I'm not tough at all." I was like, "I don't know how to fight a guy." I was like, "I hope he wants to settle this with a game of Magic the Gathering. I could do that." And he hit me so hard and my head went right back, and I was looking at the ceiling, and then when it came back down, he was gone. And I was like, did I disappear him with my mind? Because that would have been the best, but it isn't what happened. What happened when my brother was at the same party, my brother had grabbed this guy and thrown him across the room, right? So I run over there, like I'm gonna do something, and my brother's holding this guy. My brother's a really big guy. He's just holding this guy by his throat against the wall, and he turns to me and he's like, "Is that what Aristotle would have done?" But it was good, man. My dad was cool with us growing up, man. He always encouraged us to follow our dreams. But he was always like, "You guys," to me and my brother, "you guys can be anything you want when you grow up. You guys can be anything you want." And my brother always wanted to be a hockey player, but I always wanted to be something cooler, like a panther. Like a truck, like a robot that turned into a truck. That'd be dope. That's Batman. That was big for me. That was a genuine career plan for me for a long time. Like I wasn't hanging out in like a Batman shirt, being like, "Oh, it'd be cool if I was Batman." I trained to be Batman. Signed up for classes. Like I got my dad to sign me up for karate. You got to be able to like kick some ass and stuff, right? That's important for Batman. Gymnastics. You got to be able to flip around. That's key. Otherwise, the cape's a big waste of time. It only looks impressive if you're leaping. And I remember my dad signed me up the first night we went to gymnastics. My dad signed me up. We went to the gym, and we walked in, and it was all girls. It was 100% girls and me. And I was like, "Oh no, I'm gay." I didn't even know what gay meant. I just knew that if you played with all girls all the time, that was totally gay. And Batman never played with girls. Batman only played with Robin, and that's totally not gay. So, little fact I learned.